Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to spend some time looking at the financial statement impact analyzer. And this is our accounting 101 class. We're trying to bring it down to our level so that we'll be able to understand how the financial statements play out. Because as modelers, we would need to understand the basics of these things, because everything we are going to model are going to rest on the three financial statements. That is the income statement, the cash flow statement, and the balance sheet. Now let's look at the income statement. This video is going to focus mainly on the income statement. Subsequent ones would look at the balance sheet and cash flow statement. So when we talk about the income statement, it's also called the P&L account or profit and loss, and that's why we shorten it P&L, the profit and loss statement or account. It's one of the core financial statements that are prepared by any accountant. The income statement mainly accounts for all revenue and expenses for a specific period of time. In other words, it indicates how revenue is transformed into net profit or a loss after considering all expenses. Now, the first line of an income statement is the revenue. And when we talk about revenue is the income from our core operating activities. So for instance, if we decide to set up a sobolo business and we sell about 150 cups of sobolo at 5 cedis, our revenue will be the 150 cups times the 5 cedis. That will give us 750 cedis. That will be our revenue. And that is from our core operating business because we are set up to be selling sobolo. Now, let me add that you can also make some other income from activities which are not core to your operations. For instance, we can make gains on disposal of an asset. So if we have an asset and we sell it and we make a profit on that asset, that becomes other income. And that's also will also be part of our revenue, even though it is not from our main activities. I would say that the main revenues are recurring, so they repeat over and over because you'll be selling, making sales of your sobolo. But the other income are usually one-offs. They don't repeat themselves. They happen once in a while. So maybe at one time you are making some exchange gains, another time you are making some gains on disposals and some others, and all of these put together form part of your revenue. Now, when we look at the next line in the income statement, that is our cost of sale. And our cost of sale are technically the production related cost or the direct cost of our goods sold. That is why the name is cost of sale. It's the cost of the sale you are making. So it's the direct cost. So in our case, if we are selling sobolo, so our direct cost would normally be the sobolo leaves, the water, sugar, and any other material that will be part of the finished product. So the cost of such material, it could even include cost of the personnel on the factory side who are producing the sobolo. It can even include depreciation of production assets. I'll later on explain what depreciation is, but in some cases, it can include depreciation of production assets like production plant and production machinery. Now, cost of sale being direct, you let me say that it can also take this form of either being fixed cost or variable. Now, the cost can be fixed when it does not change with changes in production. So in our example, if the cost is such that it never changes whenever we produce more or less, then that cost becomes fixed. So if we hire a personnel on the factory to be doing the production, the actual production, and we seek to classify it as a direct cost, in other words, it will be part of our cost of sales, whether we produce or not, that staff that has been engaged at the factory side to be doing the real production will be paid, and such a cost becomes a fixed cost because it is independent of the volumes produced. Whether we produce or we don't produce, the cost will be fixed. Now, it can some other costs can also be variable cost, and this is when the costs are volume driven. In other words, the cost increases when the volume produced increases and decreases when the volume produced decreases. So like our sobolo leaves and our water, if we are seeking to produce beyond the 150 cups and let's say we want to do 200 cups, we obviously have to increase the cost, the leaves and then the water and maybe the sugar and all of that, which we will combine. Such a cost becomes variable because it increases with increase in production. Now, the revenue minus your cost of sales becomes your gross profit. Gross profit. After that, we would look at our SG&A, which we call our selling, general, and admin expenses. And these are non-production related costs. In other words, they are costs that are not directly related to the goods sold. So, for example, it can be advert costs, it can be salaries of administration staff, it can be legal fees, it can be office supplies, though they are relevant, but they are not related to production. And that's why they come down at selling, general, and administrative expenses. They are the non-production related costs. Now, let me say that just as revenue can have other revenues, expenses can also have other expenses which are also not related to production. So, in summary, I would say that the income statement really looks at profits, or sorry, it looks at revenues and expenses of the business and how the revenues are transformed into the bottom line being our net profit. Our revenues are our main income obtained from our core operations, and I've said we can also have other revenues which are not from our core operations. Our cost of sales are production related costs, and our selling, general, and administrative expenses are our non-production related costs. Thank you.